Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's an NFL video. So there is about 5 weeks until the draft. So in that timeline, we're gonna try to go pumping out 5 to 6 of these a week. These take 15 minutes, so please hit the like button if you guys do enjoy, because I like making them, and hopefully you guys like enjoying them. So let's just hop in. So what we do in these videos is we create their depth chart. Then we're going to be showing you all their draft capital. Then we're going to be showing you their free agent signings. And then we'll be giving them a grade from 0 to 100 on what position the team is at. For example, if you have no draft capital like the Los Angeles Rams, and you just like straight off the bat, if we have no draft capital like the Los Angeles Rams, and we have a bad team, which they don't, then you're gonna get a horrible grade. But we're just grading them overall. So let's go. I'm not gonna spend that much time on each position. So quarterbacks. Obviously, we have Sam Darnold, Jordan Morgan, and Mike White. Sam Darnold does have a lot of potential, but he just hasn't shown up. James Morgan took him in the 4th round last year. Didn't really play last year, and then Mike White, 3rd stringer. I give this about 76 because there is some potential here, but nothing shown yet. Running back room, pretty stinky. Ty Johnson, Josh Adams, Peter Gario, and Lamico Pirine. I would give this a 72 because Ty Johnson is really fast. In my opinion, he has a high out of 100 speed. I would probably give him like 92, 93-ish. So he's a lot of speed. Then you have Mr. Josh Adams. He's like the power back from Peter Gario. Never heard of him. And Lamico Pirine. So I would give this 72 because not that much potential and not that good. So I would definitely draft a running back this year in the draft. Then your wide receiver core. You have Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, Jamison Crowder, Denzel Mim, Jeff Smith, Josh Malone, Vincent Smith, Jalen Scott, Keenan Cole, Josh Doxson, Lawrence Cager, and DJ Montgomery. So obviously there's a lot of these. Top 4 wide receivers, in my opinion, are Denzel Mims, Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, and the number 4, Keenan Cole, senior. So the wide receiver core, it's one of their strengths on their roster. So I'd give it like an 81. Crowder, he had a really good year last year. It's just he was hurt. Otherwise he would have had probably around 850, 75 yards. Then you got Corey Davis coming off a very good year, kind of like a breakout year, and Keenan Cole Sr. He actually had 600 plus yards last year for Jacksonville. And that was with horrible quarterback. So hopefully the Jets get a good quarterback this year. So yeah, and then you have Denzel Mim, 2nd round player from last year. There's a reason why he was taken in the 2nd round. It's just he didn't really show up last year with injuries. So I'd give him an 81. Tight end room. We got Chris Herndon, Tyler Croft, Ryan Griffin, and Trayvon Wessu. Chris Herndon did show up at the end of the season there, but not much other than that. Tyler Croft, he is a red zone threat. Then there's Ryan Griffin, he's just going to hedge well for you. And then there's Trayvon Wesco. He's kind of like a fullback kind of guy. I wouldn't really trust him. Definitely a pretty average tight end room, maybe a bit under average. So I'd give like a 74. Then we go to our tackles. So tackles, George Fant, as he's the right tackle. And left tackle, Mekhi Becton. And then I saw back Chuma Agata. And Connor McDermott. Okay, so right tackle, George Fant, I give like a 68. Mekhi Becton, I would only really give like an 88. I think he has potential to be a superstar. It's just he's only had one good year and he was a bit injured to play. But when he is on the field, he is super insane. So the tackles, I would give 78. Now let's go to the guards and the centers. The guards and the centers, so that is Greg Van Roten, Alex Lewis, and Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern, I would give like an average grade to like 73. He's not that good, but he's not going to hurt you. Then there's Alex Lewis. He's about average. Then there's Greg Van Roten. He's pretty bad. So overall, the guards and the center, I'd give like a 72. Your front 7, this is one of their team's strengths. So let's move to the defense. There is Carl Lawson, Sheldon Rankins, Lauren Foxa, Quinn Williams, John Myers, Kyle Phillips, Zabayo Juniga, Nathan Shepard, and Denzel Smart. I give this an 83. Definitely pretty. This is one of their biggest strengths, if not their biggest strength, in my opinion. I would probably want another pass rusher. Maybe like a rush defensive end, because we don't really have anyone there, such as Bryce Huff is not a really good rush defensive end, so I would want something better. Other than that, that's kind of what's bringing me down, but I would give it an 83. Your linebacking core, that consists of Sheriff Finch, don't really love him, C.J. Mosley, Jared Davis, Blake Cashman, and Noah Dawkins. I give it a 79 because we don't know what we're going to be getting from C.J. Mosley. We don't know what we're going to be getting from Jared Davis. And then the other guys are just kind of replacements, backups, stuff like that. So we don't really know what we're getting from this, but there is a lot of potential there, so we'll give it a 79. Secondary. Obviously you have your Lesson Austin, Jalvin Guidry, Corey Ballantyne, Bryce Hall. And then you also have your safeties, LaMarcus Joyner, Ashton Davis, Elijah Campbell, Marcus May, Shaqtin Thompson, JT Hassel. I would give the secondary a 78, just because the secondary, they were a pretty good safety pair in LaMarcus Joyner, Marcus May, and Ashton Davis, but the cornerbacks are a bit of an issue. Maybe we draft one in the draft. But the safeties alone would probably be like about an 82. Then your special teams, Chase McCollin, Sam Ficken, Braden Amon, Braxton Berrios, the returner, and Tom Senzi. I'd give it like a 76 because Braden Mann is a very good punter, but your kickers are a bit of an issue, and then your return man are about average, so I'd give it a 76. So overall, your grades are going to be a 77 overall offense and a 77 overall team, a 76 overall offense, and a 78 overall defense. This is just the team as a whole right now. But then we can go to the transactions on ESPN.com, and we can go see all this stuff. So let's go see everything that's happened. So obviously for some reason this doesn't have everything on it, so I'm gonna have to go tell you everything and grade them on the free agency that way. As we'll just go to the roster. So technically what we're going to do here is we're going to be talking about their off-season moves and just grading it really quickly. Their off-season, they signed Carl Lawson to a 3-year, $45 million deal. Sheldon Rankins to a 2-year, $17 million deal. They signed Keenan Cole. They signed LaMarcus Joyner. So, they re-signed Josh Adams. Franchise tagged Marcus May. Marcus May saves that. They signed an old lineman, like a backup. Signed Corey Davis. Signed Jared Davis. And I think I read the thing that they spent the fourth most money, and that was before they gave out the $17 million contract. So they spent $75 million plus the let's go with $8.5 million. So they've spent about $84 million, and they only have $17 million left to spend. If they wanted to spend it, maybe on Richard Sherman, I would like that. Then this would take it to a much higher grade. But I would give this grade I'd go with about a 93. They definitely got one of the best pass rushers on the market in Carl Lawson. Got one of the best wide receivers on the market in Corey Davis. And then they got one of the best defensive tackles on the market also in Sheldon Rankins. And then they also got safety that can play the nickel starter in LaMarcus Joyner. They got a number 4 wide receiver in Keenan Cole. Got some depth there. And, of course, they also franchise tagged and re-signed players that they needed to re-sign. So that's why I'd give it a 93 offseason. But with the addition of Richard Sherman, it could probably go to like a 95, 96. But right now, I would give it a 95 offseason. And now, if we can go to the Jets draft capital, as Jets draft picks 2021. As this is a post. Okay, so So we're just new to 2021 New York Jets overall picks. So, for their top picks, they have the number 2 overall pick. You can get a lot of good players there. They have the number 23 overall pick via Seattle, number 34 overall pick, number 66 overall pick, and the number 87 overall selection in the draft. They also have 4th round picks, 5th round picks, 6th round picks, 7th round picks. But these are their top picks, which are basically going to be the starters. Because you're not going to usually have a 4th round pick be your starter. These are like the most important picks. Definitely have a lot of. They have 5 picks in the top. In the first, I would go with 100 picks, I think. So I think that's pretty good. You can definitely do a lot here. You have the draft capital. You haven't traded away our draft capital. But you did mess up a tank job by getting it the 2nd overall pick. So you did mess that up a bit. So draft capital, I'd give them, and they have another future first round pick. Draft capital, I'd give them a 95. Just because they could have traded, they could have probably traded away they could have probably traded away Le'Veon Bell earlier on instead of just releasing him. Maybe earlier in the season because he wasn't getting along with anyone earlier. Maybe gotten even more value. But at this point, I'd give the draft 95. Definitely have a lot of selections. It's just they could have had number 33 overall pick, number 1 overall pick. It's just they messed up the tank job and they botched getting probably one of the best quarterback process ever. So overall, if we add it all up, so technically this team in an overall spot as we add it up. Give me 1 second. As the next team's going to be an NFC team, obviously, because we don't want to do all from the same league, obviously. And I'm not going to say who it is. I'll say it in the description. So if you guys really want to go see, you guys can look down there. So overall, this team, from me, it's going to be getting for their spot for the future. They're going to be getting an 82. They're in like a B- spot overall, because they definitely have some potential, just haven't really completely shown up yet, and they messed up some stuff. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Also, guys, I'm just wanting to show you YouTube. I'm working on a very, very special video. As we're gonna go to Untitled Chapter on my YouTube channel. I'm working on a very special video, and I think you guys will enjoy it. I'll tell you this much. It's a very fun one. Okay, see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.